Hello everybody, Raphael Perry here. Time for another little update. Now I know I haven't posted any gaming videos for the last few days now. I was feeling a bit burned out and just really needed a break. But I'm hopefully picking up again now. I mean, a couple of nights ago I tried to record something and my voice was a bit scratchy, I just wasn't quite feeling it. And I knew I was just feeling too tired and grumpy for it to be any good. However, last Tuesday, so basically a week ago now, my Elder Scrolls called Triumphant Miniatures arrived, and I've been building them and sticking them together, getting ready to paint, and I'm quite looking forward to this. I mean, they're very detailed. Obviously it's tricky to get everything focused. I imagine the ones at the back are out of focus, but everything goes together very nicely. You know, we got some if I just move these aside, we got some Draugr here with their old rusty two-handed swords, a few skeleton archers at the back, Draugr warlord, we got a stormcloak off to the side here, and then if I just move these to the front, here of course we have Ralof and Hadvar. Of course, you know Hadvar, he's the one who keeps calling Ralof a traitor, because for some reason the American voice actor can't say traitor, and every time he calls him a trader I'm like, what's wrong with that? So what, he's a merchant, deal with it, you know. But yeah, they're gorgeous figures. I do have one minor criticism though, which is base placement. Now usually, you'll see here, for example, this Draugr warlord is positioned very off-center on the base. Now that's okay because he's leaning forwards, his sword's sticking out, it works reasonably well. He's also got a nice soul stone on the base and the little cup thing that the soul stone sits in his tomb. Yeah, gorgeous stuff. However, when it comes to some of the others, here we have a forward-leaning figure who's practically hanging off the front of the base. Now usually, when you have an off-center miniature, you want to set it a bit further back on the base so that any things like a reaching sword arm or a leg or something that's going forwards won't inconvenience miniatures behind it. And sorry, no wait, so you offset a bit further back on the base. Let me get my wonderful yellow-handled Advanced Hero Quest paint set paintbrush. Look, the yellow shows up well on camera, okay, but you can see quite how far back forwards on the base he is. Now, this would work with a lot of the old sculpts, right, from the 80s, where it was all about ranking things up, and you would offset the figure and the tab running under the feet would be towards the toes, so that the heels would go back and you'd have 2 points of contact. You'd have the tab going down connecting to the front of the base and the heels coming down connecting to the top back portion of the base, and then the people behind would all rank up and you would offset you know, slightly forwards. And then with the later designs, where in the mid to late 90s, when sculptors began moving the tabs to the heels instead of nearer the toes, then you would flip the base and offset towards the back of the base with the larger portion of the miniature taking the front portion of the base. Now these are predominantly offset forwards. I say predominantly, they're not all. Some of the ones I haven't assembled yet, it's very clear. I mean, here again we have a Draugr with a lot of space on this side behind his heels, not so much in front of his toes. And the issue is, of course, that they end up looking a bit lopsided, which is a shame because they're really nice figures. Now I'm looking forward to getting around to painting these when I've managed to purchase some new paints, because I've run out of decent undercoat paints at the moment, so I'm going to need to get some more in. I'm reckoning I could do a brown for the Imperials and Stormcloaks, and then for the Draugr a grey undercoat. And the thing is, yeah, you look at the skeletons and go, oh yeah, they're skeletons, you just paint them white. The Elder Scrolls skeletons aren't quite white, they're a kind of grey... Well, the Oblivion skeletons are a kind of... Back again, because my camera has a tiny memory card. Yeah, I know, it's annoying. Annoys me too. Right, yeah, so, as I was saying, the Elder Scrolls skeletons are not quite like a bleach bone white. And I'm not just saying they're dirty, I'm saying it's a slightly unnatural colour sometimes as well, so that could be tricky to emulate. Now the Draugr are going to be lots of fun, because basically when HBO made Game of Thrones, they ripped off the look of the Draugr so badly for the White Walkers, it was blatantly obvious. I was like, oh, Draugr from Skyrim. Yeah. So, strange greyish skin merging up to flesh highlights. That could take a while to do. With their rusty old dark metal swords. All of the Draugr have two-handed weapons, as do pretty much all of the Stormcloaks, when I've got them all assembled, so they're going to be fun. Also, there's a Ethereal Dragonborn miniature that I'm going to have fun with. Oh, now that's interesting, yeah, so the old Dragonborn Triumphant miniature they put out last year. Gorgeous, gorgeous figure. I'll just push these in from the side slightly. The new Dragonborn that comes with the Bleak Fool's Barrow is a woman. And then the Ethereal Dragonborn miniature is exactly the same pose, but a man. Yeah. So, the Ethereal Dragonborn miniature is actually really nice. I'm going to decide if I want to ink it up slightly or just leave it as is. Because it does a good job. It's translucent resin, it's got that bluey greeny sheen to it. But yeah, so for now this is just a quick look at the miniatures. I hope you guys like them. I haven't even built the remaining 4 Imperials and 3 Stormcloaks yet, but I need to put together. But hey, I'm going to have fun painting all these, and eventually I'm going to get to play with them, either before or after the lockdown is ended. So, I hope you're all having fun out there, and you know what, let me know what you think of these figures. I mean, God, they might all be out of focus and it could be a hideous video, but I suppose I'll find out when I come to patch these two parts together and upload it. Okay, bye for now guys, and see you with some more gameplay videos in the future.